Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with another arena video update in regards to the new dynamic here of Annihilators, especially now that Gore's been unlocked and we pushed them through Gear Tier 19. It's been fun experimenting, but if you guys caught my previous video to this, we talked about how, we were seeing a lot of inconsistencies with Gore. That's actually where a lot of the community discontent is coming from, is the fact that, he's intended to take away charges from a character as notable as Black Knight, but that's not happening. Well, I do have a workaround for this right now. You guys are having a challenge trying to beat this team, so stay tuned. We got some gameplay footage here to showcase for you guys what is going to be a good strategy if you do not have a consistent Gore clearing those charges. And it looks like it could be directly from his kit, maybe the fact that there's not enough Annihilator characters on this team. For my offense anyways, I'm only using him and Gladiator for the time being, but if you add in Ultimus, as you can see, I'm trying to build him up. He can also decrease the resistance of the enemies as well, so this can definitely be notable. But for myself, I didn't have them ready, so I just wanted to try some different synergies here. And what I found to be the most effective team for myself is if you are up against another Black Knight with Gladiator and Gore, the other characters I would personally recommend would be bringing in Apocalypse, our own Black Knight, and as well actually Old Man Logan. The reason why Old Man Logan is going to be very, very important is because you'll see in actually one of the gameplay footages I'll show is that his passive actually kicks in, which is the chargeable enemy with the highest damage cannot gain charge. So this actually stopped one of the Black Knights from gaining before the battle even started. And you can see from the first gameplay footage anyways that Black Knight just didn't have his charges ready to go, and it was a very, very easy match. However, in the second gameplay, you'll see the Black Knight did spawn with a charge, so that obviously didn't work because they had other characters that were chargeable that were higher than that Black Knight. But I did find a synergistic team that worked, and could be a mix of RNG, but in the meantime, it seems to be a team that works. So we'll keep using this until Thanos Endgame comes, because this is all temporary anyways until Thanos is going to be joining this, and hopefully he will be able to correct Gore's inconsistency, especially since what we're seeing with him intending to use his ultimate to strip away Black Knight, and that doesn't seem to be working consistently. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how I got to the top rankings now, once again cementing myself in the top 10. But yeah, it's been fun experimenting with this team, and definitely looking forward to Thanos Endgame. Let's get started here with the first gameplay footage. Yeah, interestingly enough, I never could have foreseen Super Skrull being the odd man out, but yeah, now just to kind of experiment, I was going through the gameplay footage and just looking for specifically matches where we are up against at least a 1 or 2 diamond Black Knight, because as we've seen from the past, the Gore does not seem to be consistently using his ultimate to strip away charge. So you can see the match already started. Their Black Knight doesn't even have charge to begin with. So what happened with this one is that our Old Man Logan kicked in with his passive and took that away. So just something food for thought. If you guys want to use that chance of RNG, bring in Old Man Logan to your offensive matches, because there's a chance where he could prevent that Black Knight from the opposing side from using a charge. And as you can see, because of that differential, we're going to be completely having a huge one-sided battle here, because our Black Knight still retain his charges against the enemy Gore. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you guys are doing these matchups and you're getting frustrated, just assume that Gore's ultimate does not strip away charges, because at least mentally you'll be more prepared for that kind of battle, knowing that you'll have to match up to them, and also assume that the enemy may not get the charges off of your Black Knight as well. So for this kind of matchup where we're up against an enemy Black Knight, that means I would highly recommend also bringing in your own Black Knight and Old Man Logan, because that's going to give you that equal fighting chance. You can see we're not even really doing much, because the moment they didn't have charges on their Black Knight and we did, our Black Knight's just finishing off everybody here without even trying, and it becomes a very one-sided battle. So this is one workaround, guys. Bring in your Old Man Logan, bring your Black Knight, because that might even the playing field, especially if Old Man Logan can land that passive ability on the enemy Black Knight. So that's why I want to showcase for you guys how how radically different a match could be if that actually shapes up. And thankfully we had enough attack charges here to keep on experimenting with some of these higher up teams that did carry some Black Knights as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead now into the second footage here, which is actually up against a Black Knight that did not get his charger stripped. And that's kind of what I think is going to be more meaningful for you guys to see, what is going to be the strategy now if that does not happen. So you can see it's a very similar matchup. We're actually going to be using the exact same team. Again, Super Scrolls, the odd man out. It is now officially a mirror match. So you could get your Gore to go first, maybe theirs goes first, but it doesn't matter. Both of them are going to use their ults first. And you can see both the Black Knights did not get their charges removed. So now it is going to be a strategic battle here. They're going to be getting retaliated attacks. We're going to be getting retaliated attacks. Their Apocalypse actually finished off our old man Logan, so we couldn't do anything there. Now, if your APOC is low, like this one right now, I opted to actually use a special to just give him a little bit of a heal, buff everybody else on the team. But this is where I think some of the RNG is going to play a factor in, because it really just depends on where the enemy's attacking. But thankfully, we got a pretty tanky Apocalypse. When you can get your Gladiator, use a special, it's going to help out a bit, because he's going to be trying to provide some buffs for the team. But you can see it's looking pretty bad right now. It's looking pretty one-sided. It looks like the enemy does have the edge, but our retaliated attacks do make a difference. Because their Apocalypse went first, our went second here, and you can see him using his ult actually killed off his enemies, and as well gave himself a heal. With that empowered attack, we were able to actually finish off their Black Knight, putting us in a much better position than how it looked even 20 seconds ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's not perfect, but in the scenario that your Black Knight does not get the charges removed as well, same with the opposing Black Knight, this seems to be at least a luck-based strategy that does work. The mirror match is somewhat of a way to get over this wall if you guys are just trying to climb the arena rankings and you're not able to get through that matchup where there is a Black Knight that has charges. Well, bring it right back at the mirror match, just like how I showed here. And as you can see, hopefully you're able to get the right timing down, and that's the thankful opportunity we have is that we can control the enemies that we're attacking as opposed to the AI against us. So that does actually work in our advantage here. But yeah, that's how I'm able to get through the walls anyways that I've seen with any enemies placing that Black Knight on defense. And as you can see, the only teams here better than my own are Mephisto's teams. So I'm hoping the Annihilators team later on, when we do have the completed set, we are going to be able to at least challenge some of these Mephisto teams. But it is going to be interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, my account's free to play, 52 million TCP, but we're able to rise the ranks and milking the power cores day in, day out in preparation for THANOS endgame. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know. Drop some comments down below if this was good for you guys, if you're able to get through that wall. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.